Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where we talk about the things we love like gaming, shows, and anime. Mortal Kombat is, and always will be, for fans to get together and beat the shit out of each other with their favorite fighters. Well, it wasn't always like that. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance gave us something new, but it wasn't what we wanted and the combo system was a big problem. Many MK fans preferred the original style over this, and instead of fixing the issue, Mortal Kombat Deception came out and the combo system was still the same, long and left with no chances of letting us come up with our own combos. But then Mortal Kombat Armageddon was announced, and it was said that this would be known as the very last Mortal Kombat game. I'm glad that's not how things turned out, and although MK Deadly Alliance and Deception had the same mechanics as Armageddon, that did not disappoint as much as Armageddon. Deadly Alliance was the start of new mechanics, but it was new and intriguing, so we kinda let it slide since that generation of gaming was still new at the time. But today we're gonna take a look at 10 reasons why Mortal Kombat Armageddon sucks ass. But before we begin, I'd like to give a shout out to Miguel Morales, Michael Allen, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Eric Terrazas Garcia, and James Hans Movie. Man, these are some complicated names. And I keep butchering them for sure. Oh boy. Now, let's begin. Number 10. No second fighting style. This is just sad. In Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance and Deception, we received 2 fighting styles for every character, but not for Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Why? The way I see Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon is like a movie trilogy. I'll call it the 6th gen trilogy. So this was a trilogy kinda like Star Wars and its original trilogy. Only here, this feels more like the prequel trilogy. But at least the 3rd film kicked ass, and here the 3rd game sucks ass. The big problem with these games was that we didn't really like that each character had their own fighting style because we weren't sure whether we'd like our favorite characters' fighting styles, but at least we had 2 chances in hopes of liking our character's fighting style. And now there's only one. Number 9. The Crypt content. When we were first introduced to the Crypt in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, we were surprised to see all sorts of concept art and so much more, including unlockable characters and costumes. Things got better when we received the Crypt in Mortal Kombat Deception, but Armageddon? Oh man, what a disappointment. There's little to nothing interesting that you will find in this Crypt. You will find some concept art, but not enough to feel satisfied after unlocking it. In fact, most of the content you will unlock are images of the creators of the game. Not saying we don't care about who worked on the game, just saying that we were hoping for something more. Like waiting for Christmas to arrive and once you open your presents, it's just clothes and a belt buckle. And that clothes is not your style. Number 8. Fighting styles for Chameleon and Shang Tsung. Chameleon is a secret character that you can find in Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Whenever you encountered him, he would be a hell of an opponent, and defeating him would give you satisfaction that you just beat one of the hardest secret characters in the game. Because his abilities can change into any of other ninjas. Shang Tsung was the first boss for Mortal Kombat 1, so wouldn't you think they are some of the most important characters in the series? Well, not according to MK Armageddon. Here you might want to ignore choosing these characters because not only does their appearance seem dull, but their combo systems and most of all their fighting styles are horrible. Chameleon's fighting style is the Crane, a style that clearly makes the user look like he's seen a little too many Karate Kid movies. Shang Tsung's fighting style is the Snake, something we would not expect to see for the almighty Shang Tsung to use as his primary fighting style. Surprisingly, Reptile's default fighting style is the Crab, but they actually acknowledged it and changed it for Pao Chui. But seriously, for fuck's sake, his name is Reptile! Not just that, but look at him! He is a reptile! Why is his primary fighting style in Deadly Alliance the Crab? Number 7. Motaro no longer a centaur. So the reason why Motaro has only 2 legs instead of being half horse is because they simply couldn't find a way to make those mechanics work. Sounds reasonable, but you know what else is better? If you don't include a crippled, half-assed, deformed-looking Motaro! If he can't look like a centaur, then do not include him at all! Sure, you said that this game will include every single character in the game, But you also said that this would be the very last Mortal Kombat game, and look how that turned out. See, that's what I hate about this game. They told us what they were gonna include before thinking things through, and pretty much every feature was a complete mess. And here we have a popular character that's been completely butchered just to make it in the game. Good shit, guys. Number 6. Fatalities. The new fatality system introduced in this game allowed the player to kill his or her opponent the way they want, whether to snap their neck, or split them in half, or connect multiple hits while dismembering them, and then finish off with one more killer move. Only problem is that fatalities in Mortal Kombat are kind of an iconic thing in the series. You shouldn't mess with it if it's something we're all looking forward to at the end of a match. Coming up with our fatalities is nice and all, but there's only a certain amount of moves you can perform. Not to mention, connecting multiple hits makes the death meter decrease faster and faster to the point that you won't end up finishing off your opponent because you weren't quick enough. So honestly, it didn't work for me. I always look forward to seeing what every character does in his or her fatalities. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Just make sure the fatalities don't turn out like the ones in Deadly Alliance. Number 5. Character endings. This is a problem for a lot of fighting games, so knowing how many defects this game has already will let you know that character endings are gonna be dull as fuck. Which was true. In Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance and Deception, we received 2 images for each character ending that goes with the description of what happened after winning the tournament. But here, you get no images, only your character pulling off his or her kata. That seems reasonable for a character intro before the tournament begins. Other than that, this is lazier than ever. The endings that showed us 2 images is already lazy in my opinion, but I did not think it could go any lower than that. I've seen regular Nintendo games come up with more entertaining endings than that, with cutscenes and everything. This is no excuse. Number 4. Air combos. This is another thing we were told that was gonna be included to enhance the entertainment of a fight. Does it work? Yeah, but it looks too silly. Like a cartoon where the character floats after falling off a cliff, but they don't fall until they notice that they're not on the cliff. That's the kind of impression you get when pulling one off. Only certain games can pull it off, like Marvel vs. Capcom, but that's because you could jump high as fuck. Number 3. No backtracking on Conquest Mode. I can honestly say that the only entertainment I got in this game was from Conquest Mode. For 2 reasons. 1, because I like exploring the world of Mortal Kombat, and 2, because it was like Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. That game was awesome! So, I shouldn't complain, right? Well, sadly, even here they managed to make it dull. Because there's no co-op like in Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, there are no secret character fights, no secret areas, and most of all, you cannot backtrack at all. That's a problem because the only thing you can find in this mode that is not required to have in order to beat the game are items found in certain locations. Supposedly, you can unlock Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 if you manage to collect every single item. I tried it and I had to start all over every time I missed one item. Don't even bother using the strategy guide, it sucks ass and doesn't work. About 70% of the shit in there was not correct. Most of the items were not in the locations it said they'd be, and you're gonna need a lot of patience to find them all without any help. It took me forever to finally collect them all, and in the end, it didn't unlock shit. Number 2. Motor Combat. Motor Combat is a parody of Mario Kart. Parodies are supposed to be fun. Why is this not fun? Why do you only include 10 racers and 5 tracks? This was a great opportunity to possibly make Motor Combat its own thing in the future. How do you expect players to want to play this mode when it feels like you're playing a demo? It's just too dull! Number 1. Final Boss. A good fighting game always has a good final boss. Mortal Kombat 1 gave us Shang Tsung, a morphing sorcerer. Mortal Kombat 2 gave us Shao Kahn, the Emperor of Outworld. In Mortal Kombat 3, Shao Kahn returns for revenge. In MK4, we got a fallen Edenian god. In Deadly Alliance, we got 2 sorcerers, Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, teaming up. In Mortal Kombat Deception, the Dragon King Onaga rose from the dead. And in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, we get Blaze. Blaze was this guy. A simple character in the background that looked like the Human Torch, and he became the final boss of all bosses. Why? Why make this guy become the boss of all bosses? Couldn't you simply make it be anyone in the game? This gave you an opportunity to give every character in the game their own rival, allowing for a few cutscenes before reaching the top and having the character rival become the final boss. This would give every character a badass ending. This was supposed to be the final Mortal Kombat game, right? Then make this a tribute to every character in the game. Make it where every character has their final victory against their rival. That way everyone is satisfied at the end. Now for the veggies, we got creating your own character, which is good and all. I like that you can create Goku, and for those who did enjoy the fatality system, then it would be great if that's what the created combatant would be allowed to use and create their own fatality. The stages and their death traps were great and well designed. The intro cutscene was amazing, and the main menu showed random characters with their rivals in the background, kinda like hinting out that this plays a role in the game, right? The music was okay, the conquest mode was entertaining, and well, it was entertaining when you're not collecting items, and the character card biography videos were an excellent addition to the Wii version. And honestly, that's about it. I heard that the development team of MK Armageddon had time constraints, so maybe that was the problem and they couldn't change the deadline. Also, I hear that there were many improved versions that were released over the years, so the game has been given lots of additional content. And if that's so, then how the hell do I get a hold of the right one? I can honestly say that this game had so much potential, but they either didn't bother with it or they couldn't achieve everything in time. So now you know the top 10 reasons why Mortal Kombat Armageddon sucks ass. Do you agree? Disagree? Let me know, and with that said, that's it for the top 10 list. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, put a thumbs up. And if there are any other videos you would love to request, please let me know in the comments. Also, if you want a shout out, a video request, or you want to ask me a question, I strongly recommend you post it on my Facebook page or Twitter. And if you want to see more of my videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. And I'll be sure to let you know when I post up more videos. This is Score saying have an awesome day.